Next game up here is the Steelers at the Browns in a good defensive battle out here, folks. Steelers get the win here 15-10. This Browns team, both teams struggled moving the ball just because both teams have really good defenses. We know the Browns have a real great defense. The Steelers defense is real solid as well. Not as good as it was last season, but still really, really solid out here. So division matchup, all that. So, we're not going to kind of, once again, sell Baker Mayfield 100% here. We did have a bar for Baker Mayfield going into this game, so we will break down his stats to see if he achieved the bar that we needed to see out of Baker Mayfield to see if we can buy him moving into next week as well. But I mean, what we know about Baker Mayfield is that he's just not kind of the clutch quarterback, the clutch guy to go down and, when they're down last possession, to go down and score the field goal or touchdown to win the game and have like a walk-off kind of touchdown drive. That's just not Baker Mayfield, and we saw that yesterday against the Steelers team. First of all, we get a bad fumble here by Jarvis Landry here. They're moving the ball. They're on a nice 9-play, 59-yard drive when they're down by 5 points to really kind of start the fourth quarter. And unfortunately, they get 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 32-yard line, and Jarvis Landry fumbles the ball. Now, the Steelers don't score off of that, but now you only have one more chance to really go down and get it done, and this is where the kind of non-clutch Baker Mayfield comes in. We get a 4th and 12 at the Steelers' 26, and it's just unfortunate Baker Mayfield cannot make that pass, and unfortunately they lose the game because of that. So Jarvis Landry fumbles the ball, and then it's in the hand of Baker Mayfield to go down and win the game, and unfortunately he could not get it done. So exactly what we know about Baker Mayfield. He keeps you in the game, but he's not going to win the game for you. So we are officially decreasing his status this year. Coming into the season, we had him as above average game manager tier right alongside Ryan Tannehill, but not anymore. He's just an average game manager. He doesn't make the difference of you winning the games and single-handedly taking you down in those key scenarios to win you the game like Ryan Tannehill does, folks. So for Baker Mayfield, now just an average game manager quarterback out here. But let's look at his stats here to see if we could still buy him in this Browns team, or do we have to move him down to tier 2 or kind of tier 3 quarterback, and that's not great. So let's see. Our bar for Baker Mayfield this week was 66% completion percentage, 250 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks, and no fumbles. He fumbles a lot, folks, losing them and not losing them. We did not want to see any fumbling here by Baker Mayfield. So let's see if he lived up to our bar and if he can be in our good graces heading into next week, week 9. So completion percentage, he goes 20 of 31. 64%, so right a little below it. We wanted to see 250 yards. He had 225. We wanted to see 2 touchdowns. He had no touchdowns, and we wanted to see no interceptions, and he had no interceptions. So not really reaching any of our bars besides the no interceptions. And then did he fumble? He did not fumble. Fantastic. Jarvis Landry was the only one that fumbled this game and unfortunately lost it at a real bad time. So Baker Mayfield didn't live up to our standards 100%, but also didn't turn over the ball here in key situations. Just unfortunately couldn't be clutch like we know. So our thinking on Baker Mayfield is still kind of exactly what we think of him. We've got it. He needs his full complement of running backs. Definitely is missing Kareem Hunt. OBJ, it's going to be interesting. Does he get traded because he was only targeted one time for 1 catch for only 6 yards? And why are we not using kind of your best wide receiver on this team? And we've seen this all season long, not going to OBJ. So it'll be interesting to see what the Browns do with OBJ come Tuesday. Do they trade him? Do they try and get like another good, solid receiver that Baker Mayfield is comfortable to throwing to and all that? So we'll see what the Browns do with their best asset in OBJ. All right, so that was Baker Mayfield. Nick Chubb, 16 carries for 61 yards, doing his thing. Dearness Johnson trying to do his thing as well. 4 carries for 22 yards and a touchdown, real solid. And then who was Baker Mayfield throwing to since he wasn't throwing to OBJ? Well, here we go. Jarvis Landry, leading receiver, 5 catches for 65 yards. David Njoku, their tight end, 3 catches for 39 yards. Harrison Bryant, 2 catches, 33 yards. Rashad Higgins, 2 catches, 27 yards. Austin Hooper, 4 catches for 26 yards, and then Demetric Felton 1 catch for 14 yards. So definitely, I mean, there's a lot of weapons here, and obviously Jarvis Landry is his favorite weapon, a little bit of a slant route runner. Good speed, so he gets out into open space. That's who kind of Baker Mayfield likes to get the ball to here. But I mean, with Rashad Higgins and Austin Hooper, you can definitely get them more involved as well. And OBJ, obviously, you can get more involved as well. So we'll see what the Browns do with their weapons, and if kind of Baker Mayfield can start to kind of take that next step and just putting it all on him and making the right throws at the crucial parts of these games to step up and single-handedly march your team down the field and win the games by scoring those walk-off touchdowns. That's Baker Mayfield's next step, and he's struggling achieving that step because this goes back last season as well. He was not getting it done in the clutch. The overall team was good because it's stacked, and Kevin Stefanski usually calls the plays well, but unfortunately could only put up 10 points this game. And then the Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger goes 22 of 34. Let's get his completion percentage, 22 of 34. We get 64% as well as Baker Mayfield, 266 yards, not that much more than Baker Mayfield, 1 touchdown, no picks. No fumbles lost. Ray McLeod lost a fumble, but fumbled, but did not lose it. So no turnovers here by this Steelers team. Real solid work. The running back, Najee Harris, 26 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown. Another good Najee Harris game, kind of getting on his Derrick Henry, a lot of carries, solid work out there. So once again, congratulations to Najee Harris, getting it done his rookie year solidly. And then who was Ben Roethlisberger throwing to? Deontay Johnson, leading receiver, 6 catches for 98 yards. Chase Claypool, 4 catches, 45 yards. Pat Fairmouth, their tight end, 4 catches, 44 yards. And he had the lone passing touchdown. Fantastic. Receiving touchdown, I should say. And then Zach Gentry, 3 catches for 39 yards. Najee Harris getting in the catching game as well, 3 catches for 29 yards. So Ben Roethlisberger doing it when he needed to. And scored a touchdown early in the fourth quarter, and the defense holds for the rest of the game. Steelers win 15-10.